Hey everybody, my name is Terry Swales. For those of you who do not know me, I am the Chief Meteorologist at KGAN TV in Cedar Rapids. And way back in my olden days, I was able to be fortunate enough to work with Mitch Robinson. And Mitch tells me that this is the big 30-year anniversary for all you guys at Burge Hall, which is an incredible accomplishment. You are all RAs. And I must say that my first RA back just a little bit before Mitch was quite an influence on my life. This was back in 1975, and I was back at UNI, and we would always go down to the RA's room, and we had to do this special knock. It was like 2-2-2-2, and then 1. And then he would always move this wet towel out from underneath the door, and then he would always go over and he would shut off the fan, and there was this unique smell in there. And it wasn't like rosemary or thyme exactly, but it was sort of this weedish scent, kind of special. So we always liked going down there, and we always left a lot happier than when we went in, I can assure you that much. So that was my first experience with RAs, and boy, I hope that Mitch was as good as mine, because it got my life off to an interesting start. Kind of opened up my mind to a few things. You know, the other thing too is that when Mitch and I met, we lived in this house in Dubuque, and about 5 guys in there, and we had some pretty unique experiences. And we were all pretty raging in the hormone stages of our lives, and women would come to the house on a regular basis. And there were a lot of times when Mitch would be in bed when I'd get home, and I'd have a friend with me, and then she would leave in the morning hours, and Mitch would be downstairs and probably had to escort her out. And I know he saw a few more things than he probably planned on, but he's a better man for it, rest assured on that. And the other thing that I always remember about Mitch was pretty special, was that he had this ability to take a whisker from his face and just pluck it out, and then we would all sit there and look at the roots and admire it. And he told me that if you were going to be an RA in Burge, that was a rite of initiation. You could not get there and do it and become an RA unless you could pluck these whiskers out. So I'm hoping that you all have some whiskers left in your face after the plucking experience. I'm all thrilled to death that you're here for this 30-year anniversary. I hope things are all going well for you. And Mitch, if you're still awake for this experience, because I know you're an early sleeper, thanks for having me. I appreciate all your friendship over the years. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your big anniversary weekend. Ride low and roll weather for sure.